What if I told you that everything you've been chasing, your career, your appearance, your bank account, is completely worthless? Before you click away, hear me out, because this isn't some nihilistic rant. This is ancient wisdom that transformed Roman emperors, freed slaves, and changed the lives of millions across 2,000 years. I'm talking about Stoicism. And today, we're diving deep into the most misunderstood truth in philosophy: emotional detachment. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, wrote in his private journal that he was no different from a beggar. You'll learn the 12 rules that gave him the mental fortitude to rule an empire during plague, war, and betrayal. And you'll discover how to apply Stoic emotional detachment to become unshakable in a world designed to keep you anxious and insecure. But first, drop it in the comments right now. What's the one thing you're most emotionally attached to? Your career, a relationship, your social media following? Be honest. We'll come back to this later. Welcome to Mind Armor, where we explore the philosophy that changes lives. If you're ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about happiness, hit that subscribe button. Let's begin. Your career is worthless. Let's start with the hardest pill to swallow. Your career means nothing. I can already feel the resistance. But I worked so hard for this. I sacrificed years for this degree, this promotion, this title. Marcus Aurelius was literally the emperor of Rome. He commanded legions, controlled vast wealth, held the power of life and death over millions. And here's what he wrote in his meditations: "Everything is temporary. Soon all that you see will perish, and those who witness their passing will perish too." Think about that. The most successful man in the known world understood that his accomplishments were dust. Why? Because external achievements are not you. They're circumstances, temporary circumstances that can vanish in an instant. Through economic collapse, illness, technological disruption, or simple bad luck. The Stoics called these things preferred indifferents. Yes, it's better to have a good career than not. But it's not essential to your character, your virtue, or your inner peace. Your body is worthless. In our age of Instagram filters, gym culture, and anti-aging obsessions, this might sound insane. But the Stoics were clear: your physical appearance and even your health are outside your control. Epictetus, who was enslaved and crippled, taught, "Is your body your own? No, it's clay, subject to nature's laws." Marcus Aurelius suffered from chronic stomach ailments his entire life. He was in constant pain, and yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your body will age, it will weaken and eventually fail." That's not pessimism, that's biology. But here's what the Stoics understood. Your body is a tool, not your identity. Treat it well, yes, but don't build your self-worth on something guaranteed to decay. Your money is worthless. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in Rome, and he wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." The Stoics weren't against wealth. Marcus was rich, Seneca was rich. But they understood a crucial distinction. Money is a tool for living virtuously, not the goal of life itself. Here's the test. Imagine losing everything tomorrow. Your job, gone. Your savings, wiped out. Your status, evaporated. If that scenario terrifies you, you've given external things power over your peace. You've become enslaved to circumstances, and that's exactly what the Stoics fought against. Pause for a moment. Think about the thing you mentioned in the comments. That one thing you're most attached to. Now imagine it's gone tomorrow. Really imagine it. How do you feel? Panicked? Like you'd lose your identity? Drop a second comment. On a scale of 1 to 10, how dependent is your happiness on external circumstances right now? Be brutally honest. Because what we're about to explore, the true meaning of Stoic emotional detachment, will only work if you're willing to confront this dependency. Most people won't do this exercise. They'll keep scrolling, keep avoiding, keep building their identity on sand. But you're still here. So if you're committed to going deeper, hit that like button. Let's continue. What emotional detachment is not. Let me clear up the biggest misconception. Stoic emotional detachment is not about becoming cold, robotic, or unfeeling. Marcus Aurelius loved his children deeply. When several of them died young, he grieved. Seneca maintained close friendships. Epictetus showed compassion to his students. The Stoics felt emotions. They just refused to be controlled by them. The dichotomy of control. Everything in life falls into two categories. Things within your control. Your thoughts, your choices, your character, your responses, your effort, your intentions. Things outside your control. Other people's opinions, the outcome of your actions, the past, the future, your reputation, external events, the economy, other people's behavior. Here's the revolutionary insight. You should be 100% emotionally invested in Category 1 and 0% emotionally attached to Category 2. Epictetus put it bluntly, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. Practical example, the job interview. The attached approach most people take. Anxiety before, I need this job or I'm a failure. Trying to control the interviewer's perception during, obsessively checking email after, and either an identity crisis if rejected or temporary high, followed by new anxiety if accepted. The Stoic detached approach. I'll prepare thoroughly. That's in my control. I'll answer honestly and competently. That's in my control. The decision is not mine to make. I release it. If rejected, what can I learn? If accepted, good. Now I'll work with excellence. The Stoic still cares, still tries, still prefers success. But their peace doesn't depend on the outcome. The freedom formula. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. External event plus your interpretation equals your emotional state. The event itself is neutral. A promotion is just a new set of responsibilities. A breakup is just a change in circumstance. A diagnosis is just information. You decide what it means, and that power is absolute freedom. Most people live backwards. They let external events dictate their internal state. The Stoic reverses this. They choose their response. They keep their power. The Amor Fati practice. Beyond detachment is something even more powerful. Amor Fati, love of fate, not just accepting what happens, loving what happens. Marcus wrote that a blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it. Lost your job? Practice resilience. Betrayed by a friend? Practice forgiveness. Facing illness? Practice courage. Criticized publicly? Practice humility. Every obstacle becomes fuel. Every setback becomes a setup for growth. Real talk. This philosophy is simple to understand, but hard to practice. What's one situation this week where you could practice emotional detachment? Name it in the comments. Awareness is the first step. And if this is already shifting how you think, subscribe to Mind Armor. Now let's dive into the 12 rules Marcus Aurelius used to maintain mental fortitude while ruling an empire. Marcus Aurelius didn't write meditations for publication. These were his private journals. Thoughts he wrote during military campaigns, plagues, political betrayals, and personal losses. From these writings, we can extract 12 rules that gave him unbreakable mental strength. Rule 1. Begin each day with negative visualization. Marcus wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." This sounds pessimistic, but it's brilliant preparation. By mentally rehearsing difficulties, you're never caught off guard. Practice. Spend 2 minutes each morning imagining potential challenges. Not to worry, but to prepare. When they happen, you'll think, "I planned for this." Rule 2. Everything is temporary. Memento mori. Marcus constantly reminded himself of mortality, not to be morbid, but to appreciate now. Practice. Once a day, pause and ask, "I could die today. Is how I'm spending my time aligned with what truly matters?" This isn't depressing. It's liberating. It strips away the trivial and focuses you on the essential. Rule 3. Focus on character, not reputation. Your reputation is outside your control. Your character is entirely within it. Practice. When making decisions, ask, "Does this make me more virtuous?" Not, "Will this make me look good?" Rule 4. Eliminate the non-essential. Marcus wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." Or more accurately, do what's essential. Practice. Review your commitments. What's actually essential? What's just noise? Cut ruthlessly. Rule 5. View obstacles as opportunities. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Practice. When facing a problem, immediately ask, "What opportunity is hidden here? What can this teach me?" Rule 6. Don't waste time on others' opinions. Other people's thoughts about you are outside your control. Why give them power? Practice. When you catch yourself worrying about judgment, ask, "Is this person's opinion more important than my own integrity?" Rule 7. Practice voluntary discomfort. Marcus regularly practiced sleeping on hard floors, fasting and exposing himself to cold, to prove he didn't need comfort to be happy. Practice. Once a week, deliberately choose discomfort. Cold shower. Hard workout. Say no to something pleasurable. This builds resilience. Rule 8. Live in the present moment. Anxiety lives in the future. Regret lives in the past. Peace lives now. Practice. When overwhelmed, physically ask yourself, right now, in this moment, am I okay? Usually, the answer is yes. Rule 9. See things as they are, not worse than they are. We often make situations worse through our interpretation. Practice. Describe events factually without emotion. I didn't get the promotion, not I'm a worthless failure. Rule 10. Practice gratitude through subtraction. Marcus regularly imagined losing everything, his empire, his family, his health, which made him deeply grateful for what remained. Practice. Don't just count blessings. Imagine them gone. Then experience the relief that they're still here. Rule 11. Accept your nature and your role. You're human. You have limitations. Accept them. Practice. Stop comparing yourself to others. Play your game with your hand. Rule 12. End each day with reflection. Marcus ended every day reviewing his actions. Practice. Spend 5 minutes before bed journaling. What virtues did I practice today? Where did I lose my center? What will I do differently tomorrow? Let me bring this all together with a story. Marcus Aurelius was dying. The plague ravaged Rome. His son Commodus, whom he knew was unfit, would soon destroy everything he'd built. Barbarians pressed the borders. His body was failing, and yet, in his final writings, he maintained peace. Why? Because he understood the ultimate Stoic truth. The only thing truly yours is your character in this moment. Your career can be destroyed. Your body will fail. Your money can vanish. Your relationships can end. Your reputation can be ruined. But your virtue, your courage, wisdom, justice, and self-discipline can never be taken from you unless you surrender it. That's what makes these things worthless in the Stoic sense. Not that they don't matter at all, but that they're not where your identity, peace, and worth should reside. So here's my final question, and I really want you to answer in the comments. If everything external was stripped away tomorrow, your job, your looks, your money, your status, who would you be? What would remain? Because the answer reveals where you've been placing your value. If it frightens you, you have work to do. And that's okay. That's why you're here. Here's your action plan. Subscribe to Mind Armor for more philosophy that actually changes how you live. Choose one of the 12 rules to practice this week. Not all of them, just one. Master it, then add another. Share this with someone who's chasing external validation and losing themselves in the process. And comment below. Which rule resonated most? Which one will you practice first? The Stoics weren't philosophers who sat in ivory towers. They were emperors, slaves, politicians, and soldiers who lived through hell and found peace anyway. Not by controlling circumstances, but by controlling themselves. You have that same power. You always have. The question is, will you use it? I'm Mind Armor. Stay strong, stay stoic, and remember, your worth is not in what you have, but in who you choose to be. See you in the next one.